In the news this week, the Wildcats have defeated the Gold Coast Blaze by 5 points.
Stand together, West Australia, we're the Wildcats, we're coming for you. Sing together, West Australia, we're the Wildcats.
And in other news, Centre Paul Rogers has been released from hospital and we are still waiting the doctor's official reports. And after his heavy fall in the game against the Gold Coast Blaze, import Kevin has recovered and will be fit to play this week. Also in the news, our Muzzbuzz dancers have had their poster shoot. Here's a sneak preview. This week, we'll be looking a little more closely at our new recruit and Boomers squad member, Damien Martyn.
I'm Damien Martyn, I'm 6'1" and I play point guard for the Perth Wildcats. If there was a heading in the Western Australian about me, it'd probably say, Martyn injured again. If I was a girl and had to date one of my teammates, I'd have to rule out Kevin and Stevie Way because they're an item, so I'd go with Martin Catalini. One thing people might not know about me is in my off-season I like to work with the Wiggles. The coach's pet on our team is Kevin. My most annoying opponent is actually my teammate Brad Robbins. I think the person who will win the Wildcats MVP will be Luke Schenscher. My favourite former Wildcat was Ricky Grace. He was a left-handed point guard, so I always aspired to be just as good as him. My favourite stadium to play in is definitely Challenge Stadium. The atmosphere is second to none to any other team in the league. If I was to describe myself as a person, I'd say very laid back and extremely forgetful. What do you do if a bird poos on your car windscreen? You don't ask her out on a second date.
And this week in our Blast to the Past, we'll be having a look at the highlights from our 1990 Grand Final, where the Perth Wildcats defeated the Brisbane Bullets to claim their first NBL championship.
Gives it to Robbie Dempster, simply lets it go. The clock strikes zero, and the Perth Wildcats are the 1990 Hungry Jacks National Basketball League champions by a margin of 23 points, 109 to 86. It's been a marvellous year of basketball, and I would say a fitting three-game series to end it on. That's one heck of a trophy, Dr. John Rashke Perpetual Trophy, and for the first time it's over.
Only the 7th team in the history of the competition to win that honour.
This week, Wilbur caught up with some of his best feline friends at Cat Haven to share some biscuits, laughs, and to catch up on some Wildcats gossip. Lucky I studied languages as a part of my curriculum at Utah, and I will interpret this one for you. Hi everyone, it's me Wilbur. I want you all to know that I am the #1 supporter of Cat Haven. I am lucky. I was adopted by the Wildcats, but not all the cats have homes. Cat Haven provides a shelter for abandoned cats and kittens that would otherwise be homeless and help them to find their loving ones. The Cat Haven receives no government funding and relies on the generosity of the public. Tonight, the Cat Haven has collectors out of the stadium, and I urge all my fans to donate generously to this worthwhile cause. In other Wildcats news, we caught up with Wildcats legend Eric Watterson to see what he's doing today.
Hi, Watto here. Great to be at the Wildcats again. I work for Callaway Golf as a rep in WA, and I'm involved a little bit with the Wanneroo Basketball Association. Wildcats fans, scream for your team this year because I think we've got a good chance of taking it all the way and winning a championship. Great to see you.
Now we'll cross to our American correspondent, Mr. Kevin, also known as Mr. Delicious, who will update us on his latest movie.
This is Sgt Kevin from the 95th Infantry Division in Hollywood. Today we are previewing a Walt Disney movie called G-Force. G-Force is a comedy adventure about a highly covert government program to train animals to work in espionage. Armed with the latest high-tech spy equipment, these highly trained guinea pigs soon discover that the fate of the world is in their paws. Let's roll the vision. Tapped for the G-Force are guinea pigs Darwin, the squad leader determined to succeed at all cost. Blaster, an outrageous weapons expert with tons of attitude and a love for all things extreme. And Juarez, a sexy martial arts pro. Plus the literal fly-on-the-wall reconnaissance expert Mooch, and a star-nosed mole Speckles, the computer and information specialist.
Mama, I got a thing for worms.
G-Force is an absolute blast. I give it 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over and out, Steven. Roger that.
Thanks, Kevin. Take care over there in Hollywood. This week's question in Steven's mailbag comes from Craig Bolton. The question is, who has been the toughest player you have played against in the NBL and why? Well, Craig, I'd have to say the toughest player I've played against is MVP of last season, Kirk Penny. The reason he's so tough is because he's so experienced at what he does. Thanks for your question. Don't forget to post your letters in or email your question to wildcats@wildcats.com.au. Now for the weather report with Brad Robbins.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, it's all been smooth sailing over here in Perth, and as predicted, all blazes lit were put out. Although Lish did have some issues with a rather large front headed his way. Now, the satellite has indicated that Adelaide can expect a hail of 3-pointers, while Perth can expect some heavy cloud off of Gilchrist and Ballinger. This is Brad Robbins reporting in the best city, in the best state, in the best universe, in the best galaxy of the world. Thank you, Stephen.
That's all for Wildcats News this week. I look forward to your company at our next home game. Thank you.